Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're filming today at the Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon on Monona Drive, and we're going to have a great, fun surprise in store for you later in the show.
We are? We are.
Surprise!
Stick around for it.
It's going to be lots of fun. I'm excited to unveil some things for you. Today, now, we're chatting about financial planning. Specifically, here is Sue Peck with Evolution Financial. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So one of the things we're doing today is busting some myths, some misconceptions about financial planning. And my first question is really about financial planning versus asset management. So do you offer financial planning for people whose assets you are not managing?
Absolutely. So there are so many firms out there that only do them together. You have to move all of your assets to them, and then they will do a financial plan. Or you have to buy their products, and then they'll do a financial plan. And what I want to be able to offer people is the ability to have that financial plan to help them move forward without actually having to move their life around in the first place.
That's helpful because, there's a plan in place for anybody, whether you're specifically managing their accounts or not.
Mm-hmm. So how it would work is people would bring in their stuff and say, this is what I have, what do you think?
Exactly.
Something like that, right?
Exactly.
What about how big those accounts are? I think probably a lot of people feel like if they don't have very much money to manage and work into a plan, it's not worth it or it's not useful. What do you say to that?
Right, that's one of the biggest misconceptions out there is I have to have a certain amount of assets first before I can find value in this, but how do you get to that level of assets? And that's what the plan helps you get there, right? And so the plan gives you that plan as well as, we take a look at things like insurance because you can have all the assets, but if you have nothing to protect you if something goes wrong, then those assets could go away. So the plan takes a look at the whole picture.
Love that.
And one question I had for you is I know that I'm one of those that always tries to go online first to find all these different information and plans that I could work with on my own. Could they also offer you the same benchmarks, or could you reach your goals online versus what you have to offer?
You're a do-it-yourselfer.
Yeah, I am. I'm always like, let me do it first online, or Google it, or YouTube it. But
That's a great question, though, because so many people, their first instinct is to look online.
Yeah. So what makes it different?
So there was an article that came out a couple weeks ago from MarketWatch, and it was saying that by the age of 35, you should have twice your salary saved. And I mean, it's financial planning, so not the whole world blew up about this, but a bunch of people got really upset about this because...
Does anyone feel nervous?
Right, because how am I, what? I'm not there. And so the thing is, you can go online and you can find all the benchmarks, and they may or may not apply to you. And because everybody's goals are different and everybody's situation is different, everybody has a different job now and has a different goal later. So it's very personal, and that's where the financial planning comes in, is not everybody's the same.
And that's good you say that, because I think when I read those benchmarks and I see my bank account, I just, I really worry. And so having someone to talk to, I think, would be the best next step, right?
Exactly.
That's when we head to the freezer for the ice cream.
Well, and having a plan in place obviously brings you some peace of mind as well. So once you get that plan in place, then what? Are we done? Are we good? Are we smooth sailing?
So if your life never changes and the laws never change, then you're good.
One and done.
Then you're solid. But the thing is, that doesn't happen, right? So you continue to move through life, and your life continues to change, and tax laws change, and estate planning laws change. And so having somebody that you can continuously go to and say, hey, am I still on track? Hey, can we do a revision because I kind of want to do this with my life now? Like, that's where ongoing work can really be beneficial.
We're almost out of time. We have about 30 seconds left. I'm wondering if you can touch on maybe the non-financial benefits of talking to a planner.
So this is kind of what we were talking about, is that comfort, that control that you can get. There was somebody I met with recently who talked about how her financial plan showed her that she could retire now, but she's not ready, so she knows that she's now choosing to stay in her job, so she doesn't feel stuck anymore. So it's that level of control and knowing what your options are that really kind of open up the world to you, knowing
Priceless.
that, there's all of this out there that I hadn't considered.
The process isn't easy, is it?
No, the process is not easy, but it's so valuable.
Well, Sue, thank you for the information. Gosh, lots of great info. And having a plan always makes us feel a little bit better. This is Sue Peck again with Evolution Financial. You're watching Girl Talk, and we'll be right back here at Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon after the break.